Hey y'all, in today's video I'm giving you guys information of how I package and ship my orders using Pirateship.com. So let's go. Okay, so once you're on this screen, you are going to go ahead and create a free account, or if you already have an account, you're going to log in. So you can click on create a free account and then just, enter your email, enter your password, and that's it. That's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything else. But because I have an account already, I'm going to go ahead and log in. All right, so once you're in, you are going to click where it says create a single label. So if you're going to create a label straight from this website, that's where you would click. But say you had an order from your like Shopify or from your whatever website that you use, you can go ahead and hit import from Shopify, and that way it will just load all your sales that you have currently in your website portal, and it'll just pull it up, and then you don't have to plug in any information, which is really good. But because I don't have any website orders right now, I am just doing a create a single label because I did send an invoice for this order. So once you're on this screen, to create a shipping label is pretty self-explanatory. You're just going to go ahead and plug in all the information. So I'm going to start with the name. You can put in why is my keyboard not showing? And why is it so small? I'm not sure. But anyways, I'm going to put it like here. I'm going to type in the information, and then for the address, the one thing I do love about this website is it auto-populates addresses for you. So once you start typing, it will pop up. So right here, it will pop up information already because it's already in like the database, which is really good. So you don't have to worry about misspelling an address or it being incorrect. So once you have the address in, and if you want to put the email, phone number, company, you can just plug in everything in, and then you're going to scroll down to where it says ship from, and then in that ship from, that's where you would put your addresses. So you can either put your PO address, you can put your home address, whatever address you use when you're shipping out your products. So that's where it would go right here. Because I have it already set up, it automatically defaults to that address, which is good. So then you're going to scroll down to put in the type of packaging that you're going to be using. So I am using poly mailers. So the poly mailers that I use are a 10 by 13, I believe. So I am going to go ahead, like here, this is where you would click the type of packaging that you have. So, oops. I'm sorry, I'm using my pencil. I shouldn't. So yeah, on type of packaging right here, you would use either, if you're using a box, I'm using a poly mailer, so I always hit where it says envelope, padded envelope, poly bag, soft bag, or box in a bag. But if you do happen to be one of those people that use like the mailer boxes from USPS, they do have those loaded on here as well. But I just use polybag, so I'm just going to click that. And then here, when it has package dimensions, this is where you would insert all the information, so the length and the width. Usually you can find this on like the product description wherever you order it from. So I order my bags from Amazon, so on Amazon it does have all that information. But because I normally use this often, so I have it saved where you can put it in and you don't have, like, for each poly bag size that you use, you can have it saved, so that way you don't have to plug in the information all the time. So you would just go ahead and click which one that you want to use. So I am going to use that would be my Haji small. So I am going to click on that one because that is the size that I'm using. And I already went ahead and weighed my products. But if you want to, I do use like a kitchen scale. Okay, so once you have all that information plugged in, you are going to go ahead and hit get rates. So once you have all your information here, you can go ahead and you would click down here and see which ones do you want to use, what service you want to use. You can kind of go with the cheaper option if you want. It all depends on you and what you're going for. So you can either use UPS, ground, for USPS, whatever one. I'm going to do ground advantage at the post office just because the post office is closest to me and I don't feel like going to a UPS right now. So I'm going to click on this one because that's just the one that I want to use. Okay, so once you click on the one that however you want to ship it, you go ahead and it says ship date, and ship date will be the date that you know that you're going to be dropping this package off, just so that it can populate the correct estimated delivery. So this one says Saturday by 6 p.m., which is really good because I'm trying to get everything there before Christmas. So once you have this here, it has what card you're going to use, and I do have my card populated already. So once you have your card in there, show payment details, and then you have the card you want to use, you can click here, and if you have other cards loaded on there, you can just click that, and then once you have that in there, you're going to hit buy label. Okay, so once you have your label is here, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it to my iPad. So now that I have my label here, I'm going to hit print label, and then because I'm using a 4x6 label printer, that is the one, the shipping label that I want because that's the size. But if you have other size, you can click through, but I'm just going to use the 4x6, and then I'm going to hit download the label. So once I have my label here, what I like to do is I like to save it to my files as a PDF. So I'm going to hit that share button and hit save to files, and then you can rename it if you want, but if not, just go ahead and hit save. So now that label is now saved to your device. So if you want to go to your files, and then the label will be right here, and that is what you're going to need when it comes time to using the printer. Okay. So I got this label printer from a company called BETCKEY. This is actually my first time using this particular label printer, and the setup was super easy. I love the fact that this came with labels in all different sizes. The main size that I use is 4x6, so I already went ahead and fed that through my label printer. And it also came with a holder for the labels as well, so you can just place your labels in there and you don't have to worry about it being all on your way. This printer is compatible with both Windows and Mac, but if you are going to be using a Mac product, it cannot be connected via Bluetooth. You will have to use the USB cable. But say you have an iPhone or an iPad, all you have to do is download the label app. That way you can connect to the printer via Bluetooth. If you are going to be using a laptop, they do provide you with the USB cable that you'll need to connect that to the label printer. Okay, so this is the app that you'll need to download. It's called Label Expert, and you can find that in your Google Play Store on your Android device, or on your iOS device, you can find that in your App Store. It's completely free to download as well. So once you have the app opened up, you're going to go ahead and click on this button right here, and that allows you to connect your device to your label printer once it's turned on. Now go ahead and click on PDF print. And remember earlier we saved our shipping label that we bought to our files on our device. So that's where you're going to go ahead and find that and import it to the app. And because it's my first time using the app, I was prompted with some pop-ups that I was just skipping through. Okay, so on the screen here is just going to be your paper size settings. So you're going to click on the size of the label that you're using, and then you're going to hit print. Once you hit print, it should come out of your label printer, and then you're done. So right here, I'm just showing you the items that I was packaging up that was going out in the mail today that I bought the label for. So I did do some toddler hats, and this is the poly mailer that I use. I will link it down below. I got this from Amazon, but that is how I ship my packages. So my honest opinion about this printer is I actually like this. I like the fact that it comes with multiple multiple labels, and it also comes with a label holder, which is really good because I feel like a lot of label printers you have to buy that separately. So I'm glad that it came with labels as well. I will say, I know for Mac products, well, if you're using like a Mac laptop, the printer cannot be connected via Bluetooth, so you will have to use the power cord. But if you have one of like the newer laptops, you know it does have the type C, so you will need some sort of adapter because the other end is the regular USB type, so you will need like a type C with a type C to connect that. But if you're using like an iPad, an iPhone, all you have to do is download the app. It's really simple. You don't have to install any driver or anything on your the device. Just download the app and then it works for you. It does work with Windows as well. I don't have any Windows products, but it's good that it works with both via Bluetooth and also USB, because you know sometimes Bluetooth it just doesn't work. Technology isn't always on our side. So I do like the fact that this can be done with multiple different softwares. It's very, small, very compact. I do like that. Pretty easy setup. It does come in other colors, I believe. Like I said, I'll have everything linked down below. But for my first impression of using this label printer is it's really easy, and I most definitely will use it again. I do have another printer as well, but it doesn't hurt to have two. So yeah, I'll have all the information down below, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section, or you can also send me a message on Instagram, and I will find the time to get back to you guys and answer any questions that you guys have. Thank you for watching.